What's good, Washington fans? This your boy Stacks Reacts, and for the last time, I'm back again with another reaction to the game. But before I even get into it, man, I just want to shout out and tell everybody that's been watching the channel, everybody that's been supporting the channel, liking, commenting, subscribing, and sharing the video, man. I appreciate y'all. It's been a long season, a lot of up and downs, but I'm still here. I'm still repping, and hopefully next year is going to be a better situation than what happened this year. So with that being said, let's get down to it. Man, look, y'all. I'm not going to be the first one to say this, man, but I just feel like we got a little something with Sam Howe, man. I feel like we do. Like, don't get me wrong. I'm a big Heineke fan. You know I'm a Heineke fan. Everybody knows I'm a Heineke fan. But Sam Howe is just showing me something that is a little different. Like, to me, Sam Howe is like, he has the legs of Heineke, but he has an arm of Carson Wentz. Like he literally, it's like it was like, you know, on Space Jam when they all touched the basketball and they took their powers. Like I feel like Sam Howell touched Carson and he touched Taylor and he took all their power and it came into Sam Howell. That's how I feel about the situation. And then to be a rookie and to beat the Cowboys that really, them Cowboys, they was playing they starting defense. They was playing they starting offense. Like, it wasn't like they was out there just playing backups, just trying to get through the season, like, or get through the game. Like, they was really going out there trying to win. But if you just look at the passes that Sam Howe was throwing, the one to Logan Thomas, the middle to Jahan Dotson, the deep ball to Terry McLaurin, like the ball has so much velocity, it has so much zip on it. And that's the thing that Heineke was lacking. Like Heineke would throw a lot of those balls and they would float, or they would just be they wouldn't have that velocity that you want on it. But Howe would throw that ball in there, drilling it. It would be perfect every single time. I mean, so with that being said, and he could use his legs. I mean, Scott Turner actually, he called a semi-decent game today, like a game that I really didn't expect him to call. Like, you know, Scott Turner, like, hopefully he's going to be fired at the end of the season. But I feel like with Scott Turner, he called a pretty solid game. He ran some read option today, gave Sam Howell an opportunity to do things that he didn't normally do. That we didn't normally do with Carson Wentz or what we did with Heineke. So I like kudos to Scott Turner for doing that. You know, the offensive line, like I said, the offensive line has been pretty much terrible all season, but they played pretty solid today going against Michael Parsons and Dexter Lawrence and all those other guys like that. I mean, we started Chris Paul today at left guard, and honestly, like he played pretty well. Like I said, there's a small part of me in the back of my head that's really telling me like, oh, Dallas didn't really come to play. Like Dallas wasn't really playing as hard as I think they could have played. And there's something really telling me that, but I'm not going to let that discourage me. Like, I'm not going to let it discourage me. I'm going to just keep moving forward. I'm going to take this win. Because anytime you beat the Cowboys, it's always a good day. It is always a good day when you beat the Cowboys. So I'm going to just take that with a grain of salt. So we went over offensive line. Sam Howell played good. What's his name? Patterson. Patterson, like, when it came to Patterson and Jonathan Williams, I always like Patterson. Because when you got a guy that's a small running back, he reminds me of like a Darren Sproles type. You know, when you got a guy like like Patterson, he's so low to the ground. So when you trying to tackle somebody that's already on the ground pretty much, it makes it a lot harder. And he's a dog. Like he's real big he's real stout up top. He's just short, but he's real solid. And I always liked Jared Patterson when he was on the team, and they never really give him a shot because of AG and B-Rob and then Jonathan Williams. So he never really had a chance to get on the field because you're not going to make 4 running backs active. But he took his opportunity and he put a lot of good film on tape. So he put a lot of good things on tape. So maybe a lot of teams, like when teams start looking at him into the future, if he doesn't come back to Washington, he may have a job somewhere else. And I hope he does, because I really respect Jamal Patterson a lot. Like, I really respect his game. Remember, he was the running back that rushed for 5 touchdowns when he was in University of Buffalo. So he's not no slouch. He's not a slouch. He's a good player. He's doing his thing. Let's go. Jahan Dotson. Bro, Jahan Dotson, that man, like I said, I was the first to say this, man. Like, I wasn't really too sure when we made the pick, when we made the draft pick. I was like, Jahan Dotson. Like, why would we pick Jahan Dotson? But as like I said, I don't mind being proven wrong. I'm not one of the guys that's gonna be like, look, I'm a bitter guy. Like, no, I love being proven wrong. And when I say Jahan Dotson proved me wrong 1,000 times, this dude literally he missed 5 games this season, and he still almost had 10 touchdowns after missing 5 games. Imagine if he would have played those 5 games with a consistent quarterback play. This man would have had 12, 13 touchdowns, and probably Terry would have had just as much. You know what I'm saying? Even Curtis Samuel would have had just as much. So it's like, man, I look at these plays, man, and I see these things going on, bro, and I'm just like, look, this is what we need. This is what we need. We have everything that we need on offense, everything that we need possibly on offense, we have. We have the receivers, we have the running backs, we have pretty good tight ends. Only thing that we were lacking on offense was the offensive line and the quarterback. And I feel, like I said, I don't want to get too over the top because it was just a small sample size that we got from Sam Howe. But from what I could see with Sam Howe, I feel like he has that special something that we may need to get us to that point. And I feel like if we don't have to exhaust our money going to go get a Derek Carr or Jimmy G or whoever is out there, if we don't have to exhaust that money, we can just keep things in house and keep Sam Howell that's under that rookie contract. We can use a lot of that money to build the offensive line around Sam Howell. That's what he needs to give him time to get those receivers the ball. So I feel like that is what we really need. All right, let's flip to the other side. The defense. The defense played, I'm not gonna lie, like honestly, like this is probably the most perfect, close to perfect game I've seen this defense play since I started watching this team week 1. Like, I don't, like I said, like a lot of those guys wasn't playing. Like, you didn't have Jonathan Allen on the team. You didn't have Cole Holcomb on the field. You didn't have Jamin Davis on the field. You didn't have St. Juice on the field. Like, it's a lot of guys that wasn't even playing today, and we played a hell of a game. Like, we didn't have Obata. We didn't have Botto on the field today. We were playing with Ridgeway. We were playing with Payne. We were playing with Sweat. And we were playing with Chase. And we had Khaleke Hudson. Khaleke Hudson showed up big. Khaleke Hudson playing on there and showed up, man. That just shows you that if you just work hard and you keep practicing and you keep doing your thing every single week and you keep working hard at practice and trying to get better. You know what do they always say? If I can get 1% better every week, I'm going to make myself a whole lot better by the end of the season. And I think with Khaleke Hudson, he went to practice. He practiced. When he got his opportunity, he showed out. He showed why he should still have a roster spot on this team. And that's exactly what you need. We need players that want to play, and we need players that want to be here. We don't care about all the big names. We don't care about all that big stuff. If you want to play and you can show that you can play, you deserve to be in Washington. And Khaleke Hudson showed why he should still be in Washington right now. Kendall Fuller, he should have got the first one, but he came back with the second one. That's, you already know, man. That Dak was getting ready to throw. Dak was getting ready to throw another one. Like, this is what Dak does. Like, Dak is going to throw you one. It's inevitable. Like, it's kind of like with Carson Wentz. Like, Carson Wentz is going to throw you an interception. But ever since Dak came back from that hand surgery, you already know his hand just is not the same. And he's going to throw you an interception. But the problem is that Dak literally threw the same play 2 times in a row. And when it happened, you was like, why would you throw the same play 2 times in a row when it gets intercepted? You're looking surprised. Like, I'm just like, wow. You know what I'm saying? You think, like, we're in the NFL, bro. This isn't Pop Warner. Like, I was like, wow, that's crazy. But like I said, Carson Wentz, like I said, Dak Prescott threw the ball, Kendall Fuller, pick 6. Like, this is the way that the defense needed to play. This is the way the defense should have been playing the whole season. And I feel like, bro, when we play together and we have consistent quarterback play, this is what we can do as a team. When you're like I said, with Carson Wentz, we played Cleveland. Carson Wentz was throwing those interceptions. It was putting our defense in bad field position, and it wasn't much we could do because he kept putting us in bad field position over and over again. Look, Sam Howe was out there. He was making plays. Yes, he threw that really stupid, costly interception in the end zone. But he's a rookie. It's his first game. He'll work that out eventually. The more reps that he get. But what I'm saying is he was moving the ball. He kept the ball going, and when he kept the ball going, it gave the defense a rest. So when the defense came on the field, the defense was playing lights out. Another bright spot that a lot of people didn't notice too about the defense was Percy Butler playing safety. If you look at when they gave the ball to Tony Pollard or Zeke, and he tried to run around like a speed out on the outside to the left side or to the right side. Percy Butler with that speed, that 4.2 speed. Shout out to Percy Butler, the raging Cajun, University of Louisiana, raging Cajun. He used that 4.2, 4.25 speed, and Tony Pollard and Zeke could not get around that corner and get away from Percy Butler. And if they did almost get away, he had enough speed to hold them up so the other team could catch up so they can do a gang tackle. Sometimes that's things that you just cannot teach. One thing you cannot teach is speed. And Percy Butler has the speed. And I think, like I said, it's a lot of things that has to be worked on. He's still fresh. He's still raw. But I feel like he could be another contributing factor, kind of like how Cam Curl was when we first bought him in from the University of Arkansas. So I feel like as a collective, as a whole, this team has played pretty well. Today, the team has played pretty well. Special teams. Tress Wade doing what he usually do. The Cowboys, the punter fumbled the ball. Then we had another one with the dang kick returner, Turpentine. He fumbled the ball. And it put us in great field position, which let Sam Howe throw his first touchdown pass to Terry McLaurin. Everything fell our way. Everything fell our way today. And the crazy thing about it, it just makes you think about literally what if. What if? I'm not saying that if we would have started Sam Howe week 1 or week 2, that things would have been different. But it just makes you wonder, if we just would have not got Carson Wentz and we just would have rolled with Heinicke and Sam Howe the whole season, how do you think things would have went? It just makes you wonder. It's going to be something that we won't ever know because obviously we can't predict the past and we most definitely can't predict the future. But it makes me wonder to myself, what could have really happened if we just would have had these nucleus of quarterbacks in our building and we just would have rolled with them and saw how it went? Look, man, like I said before, any day you beat the Cowboys is always a good day. It leaves a sour taste in my mouth because we really had so many opportunities to make the playoffs this year, y'all. We had the number 6 seed, y'all. We had the number 6 seed. All we had to do was just win a couple of games to get into the playoffs. And we just could not do it. We could not do it. And it really frustrates me because you see teams like the Giants, you see teams like the Jacksonville Jaguars that really just turn their season around in 1 year, and we just cannot get to the playoffs, and it just really frustrates me. But on the bright side, seeing Sam Howe, seeing how the receivers is working with Sam Howe, seeing how our rookies and our second-year players and third-year players is playing, getting their opportunity, I look at it as a positive thing for the future. I look at it as a bright spot for the future. So with that being said, man, I just want to get y'all. It's been a long day without you, my friend. I'ma tell you all about it when I see you again. Like I said, man, it's your boy Stacks Reacts, man. It's been a good season, man. I love rocking with y'all. All my people that subscribe to the channel, everybody that been rocking with me, man. We coming back next year. We coming back. We upgrading the equipment. We getting better. We getting better backdrops. We getting better everything. This whole channel is about to blow up. It's about to go crazy. If y'all didn't comment, if y'all didn't subscribe already, make sure y'all drop that comment down below. Hit that subscribe button down below. And I need y'all to keep supporting this movement. And like what I said, once again, hail to the Redskins, hail to the Washington football team, hail to the Commanders. It's your boy Stacks Reacts, and I'm gone.